Hello everyone. I just wanted to jump on here before we get into making our card so I can show you everything that we're going to use today to make this really pretty card. So here are my finished cards that you'll see in the video that you're about to watch. They turned out so pretty. It's these super adorable little envelopes and all of this cute greenery and flowers, a stamp set, or excuse me, and the flower die cuts, and then it came with a stamp set, and then there also were some die cuts for the little words. So I did things a little differently for both of these. So I also did something on the inside of each of them. They turned out really pretty. I'm going to do one more envelope one a little differently, so maybe that'll be in an upcoming one. So what I used was this. This is from Concord and Ninth, and it is called their Parcel of Petal dies, and really cute. It came with, take it out of its little package here. So it's the Parcel of Petals dies and stamp set. So these are the dies, excuse me, and this is the little cute envelope, and it does the creases for you. So you just use your bone folder to crease that out. It's got a few different words like hello, friend, hello, what's that one say? Lovely. That's the one I use. And then friend. Hello, friend, and lovely. So you could do hello, friend, hello, lovely, however you want to do that. The different kinds of greenery, and then the different flowers, little insides of the flowers. Really super cute. I try really hard to keep some of the packaging now, just so that I know. The one really cool thing about Concord and Ninth is that it gives you an example of what their example is. So it's kind of fun to start with that and then go from there. That's kind of how I tend to do it. And then this is the stamp set. So it's really cute. This is probably my favorite thing, is that it has these super cute stamps that you stamp inside of the envelope. You can barely see it here, so, but depending on what you're doing, you might see more of that. So the other card that I'm thinking about will definitely have that, and so I'm excited to try it. But it's so cute. I love that it has that little embellishment for inside of a card, and then really cute other things like just a note, a little heart, hello. I love this hello right here. That turned out beautiful. In fact, I like it better than this because I didn't get these lined up as great as I would have liked to. Also used white as my, because I stacked it a little bit. It still looks really good, but it could be better. And then you've been on my mind. Have the best day ever. Thanks for being there. Congratulations. I hope you know how much you are loved and you are beautiful. I just really like the sentiments on these, and I like the font. I love that hello. It's totally my favorite. So super cute. I love that one. I also was able to use this for the first time. I bought this a while ago. This is Pretty Pink Posh, their Eyelet rectangle die, and I just love it. They have the different sizes, but oh, I love that so much. You could cut a piece to go inside of there. You could do a lot of different things, and I just really like it. I think it's pretty, and it complements that really well. And then I used a navy, a almost matching navy envelope, which I thought was cute. And then this is just paper. This is all random paper from my stash. Pretty sure this is basil, I don't know how you say that. And then stuff from probably Michael's. I typically, that's where I get my paper at this point in my crafting career anyway. I also used Tim Holtz Distressed Oxide Lost Shadow. That's what I did the inside of my envelopes with. I wanted something kind of muted, so the next one will be a little more vibrant. And then these are flat backed little gold embellishments. So they're rounded, as you can see here. I got mine on Amazon. Lots of people sell them. Simon Says Stamp, scrapbook.com. All of these different companies have some version of them too. So I love the little tinies, but this was a really big package, which I really like, and I use these little holders to keep them in. And that was it. I mean, that was it. Other than my regular tools, that was all I used. You know, I used my Spellbinders Platinum 6 to cut with, and my Misty for stamping. I used gold. Oh yes, I did use gold embossing powder here. And it was also just from Michael's. There's a couple new ones I'd like to get, but you know, it looks beautiful. I think the gold with the blue the navy looks pretty. That's why I use gold. So yeah. And that is it. I think that's it. If there's something else, I'll make sure it's in the comments. I'll do my best. And if I forget something, just don't forget to ask. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. Let's make a card. All right, here we have all the different pieces. I had taken everything apart from the set, the die cut set, and peeled them off of the sticky backing. I didn't have to use my wire snips, which was nice. Then I went ahead and cut my envelopes. That's what I was just showing you there. They are so cute. Oh my gosh, the envelopes are adorable. Also showing you how I get those packaged. So I go ahead and put a magnet sheet on a piece of cardstock or a separate whole magnet sheet. And that's how I do that. So I'd already cut the envelopes. I pulled some different colors of papers from my stash, all sorts of different varieties. I used some basil and some regular smooth cardstock as well. And I went and cut all of that stuff off camera. So now I'm putting everything back, and I have a big bowl of lots of little die cuts. It took a fair amount of time to get that cut, actually. So good thing I didn't do that on camera. So separating these out into my little bowls. These are my little cat bowls. Got them at the dollar store. I love them. They actually have a rubber bottom so they don't move around on my table. And now I'm going to show you, I'm going to get these all glued together. So I did speed this part up quite a bit, but I did want to show you putting these together and seeing what they look like. I did have to go cut a few more pieces here and there, but that was okay. I made enough for 2 cards. And because that was my intention, and you saw at the beginning of the video, I did make 2 cards, and they turned out really cute. So variations of the pink, and here I'm just trying to decide, you know, what piece goes on what. There was one flower that got cut. I don't know. I couldn't quite figure out how it works, so it wasn't on the packaging. They didn't use that one. So I need to go out to Concord and 9th and actually look. That's a really nice thing to do, is if you go to the manufacturer, they always have examples of how their stuff was used. And I really like that. And I should have done that now that I'm thinking about it. So I will after this video. So that I can use it again, because it's a cute, different flower, and it's really cute. And it probably could have just tucked it in there now that I think about it, but totally fine. These are cute flowers. Now, if you have another flower set, you could use more flowers, which would be cool, or different greenery. You know, you could do all sorts of things, you know, and change it up a little bit, which I think is really fun. So it really you just make it yours and do what you would like to see done with it. So I did a few of my flowers a little different than what was shown on the package, just trying to use the different insides that I had already cut. So look at how cute those are. So it's really fun. I love the way it looks. Zooming in a little better so that you can see it, and just using my Barely Arts glue to get things glued here. So it's really just takes a little bit of time. I think I'll go ahead and put on a little music and let you watch the rest of this portion of while we get these glued. Okay, now we are working on the inside portion of our envelope. So I've got my larger Misty out, and I am using the striped inside of the envelope. I'm using the Lost Shadow color from Tim Holtz, and I am stamping that on the what's going to be the inside of my envelope. I just love it. Is so cute. It is so cute. I really struggled with that little middle piece there. I don't know what the deal was, but you know what? In the end, it could be because it's a new stamp and I just need to use it a little better. I didn't prime my stamp. You should always rub the manufacturer coating off of the stamp when you're going to use it, and before you go to stamp for the first time. So it could be that. I'm not exactly sure, but oh my gosh, it just turned out so cute. I really love that inside of the stamp. I kind of hope that maybe this would be a really cool one if they, I don't know, if they made others, other stamps to go along with it. I love it when companies do that and make updates to it. That's a good word, updates for it. So anyway, now we're going to use the little polka dot one. So it's polka dots, but they're connected polka dots. So again, just using, now I do have a waffle flower grip mat inside my Misty, and that works really well. But once in a while, I find that it lifts, and I think it's because I don't clean it as often as I should. So I probably need to go. I have two Misties, a small one and a large one, and I need to, there's me priming my stamp. This is what I mean. You just kind of rub the manufacturer coating off of it. So I might not have done it well enough. That could totally be true. So you just need to wash your waffle flower grip mats maybe like once a week or so. You know, it's a great, that way, and it just, it's polymer, photopolymer, just the same thing we make our clear stamps out of. And you know, it works perfectly. So you just gets that stamp or that stickiness right back on those. So I probably just don't do it often enough. So here I am using the same color again to get the inside of this envelope. See, it's just that middle part. I just had it was a little tricky for me, but again, it's all covered by flowers, so it doesn't really matter. So it's fine. I'm going to do another one, and I just have this like using like salvage patina as my color. Oh, I just think it'll be really pretty. So more to come. That'd be that next one I keep talking about. All right. And then, you know, I just decide that, you know, it's good enough. It's fine. So using my stamp chamois to clean my stamps off. I just keep my stamp chamois in a little Tupperware container with the lid on. And then it stays, you know, perfectly moist. So that's good. So getting my stamps all put back so everything's in the right spot. Peeling this off. See, it did stick really well. So, oh, those are so cute. I just can't get over how cute they are. All right. So next we are going to, here is where I was trying to decide what am I doing with, I definitely wanted to use the navy. I really like the color scheme that they had on the picture of on the back of the Concord and Ninth Parcel of Petals packaging. And so I was really trying to follow that, and I love the way it looks. So that's what we're going with. And this is where I pull out my pretty pink Posh square eyelet, what's it called? Eyelet rectangle die. So I was so excited to be able to use this. So, and I wanted to make sure my envelope was really going to fit in there. So I did, and oh, it looks really good. I was super happy. All right. And then, so I went and did cut those off camera. You'll see them here shortly. So now I'm just showing you how I bring out my scoreboard so that we can get our card base cut. So it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm doing a top folding. So I use the scoring tool that comes with it. I fold it in half, and then I use my bigger, I have this EK Success tool, EK tools that I go ahead and do that. It's more substantial to use for my hand. Then some of my paper it's just not even. I don't know what it is. It's not, it's just the paper. I have heard of, you know, paper being off as far as it's not a true 8.5, or excuse me, 8.5 by 11. So, so here you can see my little eyelet rectangle. Oh, it's so cute. You could have done other things. You know, that would have been cute too if you would have used like maybe a polka dot. Oh, that would be cute. Oh, I'm going to do that in that next one. Polka dot embossing folder on it. That would be cute. So maybe that's what I'll do next. But all these ideas, I better write that one down. So just using that same bone folder to get everything all lined up there. And then I just used some of my Barely Arts glue to get my envelope, envelope all put together. So I think that embossing folder I'm thinking of is called Swift Dots. At least one brand is called Swift Dots. So I just jotted that down. So using my stamping brick, you know, it's just a clear brick to make sure that the glue holds. And then I'll put this one together. Look at how cute that is with the inside. I just can't even get over it. I love it so much. Yeah, I really like this one. It's so cute. Yeah, so getting those two all glued together. That new bottle of Barely Arts, even though I'm using the precision tip, I feel like it comes out so much faster. So yeah, I don't know why, but I do. So anyway, it's fine. I just have to be careful. I noticed that when I was gluing those small little lettering, the Hello Lovely, that was, it kind of got everywhere. So, all right. So now I just kind of wanted to get a visual for what it was going to look like on the eyelet background. Super cute. And then I just was getting my picture there. Sorry about the lighting in here. It's not, I'm getting there, but so here I am putting, just kind of laying things out. So I do this over and over and over again when I'm making a card, just to kind of see how things are going to fit. So this first one, I lay it all out, and then I actually wasn't able to record the gluing portion of it. But I was able to for the second one, which is fine. I made enough for both, so it's totally fine, and nobody needs to sit through that twice. So I think that's fine. But what I did learn as I was gluing it, you know, that I glued things on top of the card and then on the back of the card, and made sure, or tried really hard to make sure, that the envelope was a little bit open so I could tuck things in there. And then if I was tucking things up under, it just was, you know, you had to play with it a little bit, and it was fine. It really was cute. It was fun to make the arrangements. I'm not a very good flower arranger, so I feel like having that picture next to me, even though you can't see it, but you saw it earlier, having that picture next to me really helped. I thought that was really, it made my life a little bit easier. So here I am just doing some arranging with all the cute little flowers. It turned out really pretty. Okay, and still just getting things the way I want them to. So what you're going to see over the next few minutes here is some arranging, and then I begin gluing everything together. And you can kind of see once I've gotten it arranged, then I kind of take everything off, and then I start gluing. I'll go ahead and play some music while we do that portion of it. And I'll let you watch. This is just some arranging and some gluing. So not a lot of new techniques on this one. So here we go. Enjoy. right, so here, this is where I completely missed. I didn't miss it. I just wasn't able to record it. I was having some technology issues. So I showed you what I came up with. It turned out very cute. So now I'm going to show you the second one. So this is me. We're going to do some more arranging and just like we did in the last one. So I will probably speed this one up quite a bit and get through this portion, and we'll play some music while we do that. And then once we get to the part where I missed, we'll pick it back up. Okay, and here for the second card, I decided to use the die cuts, the ones that said hello lovely. And boy, those little guys are tiny, but they cut like butter. They were beautiful. I used a gold shiny very thin cardstock from Michaels. This is where I would really like to have Simon Says Stamps matte gold. I am going to buy me some of that because I really want it, but I don't have it. So I used this shiny. It looked really pretty. And then I ended up cutting through 2 additional of the white so that I could stack it up and make it a little thicker. These were really tiny, and I apologize that it's really hard to see. It was also really hard to glue because they are were pretty thin and tiny, but boy, it cut perfectly. So that was definitely a non-issue. So here I am just getting those lined up, and the white ones weren't too bad to line up, but I had a harder time with the gold just because I thought it was all lined up, and then after it was dry, I noticed it wasn't. I use my tweezers, these tweezers, not the reverse tweezers, to go ahead and kind of tighten up, or, you know, to line things up better. That's how I use those tweezers, and it works usually pretty well for me. You know, it's not perfect. I'm getting better at this. It's real hard with the more intricate dies, but it still looks really good. You know, it is a handmade card, so it's perfectly fine. I wish I would have zoomed in a little more here, so I apologize that I didn't do that. Still learning a little bit on the whole video techniques and how to use the software. I've tried 2 different softwares and I don't love either one yet. So I think it just takes some practice. I do get glue all over my glass mat when I'm doing this. So you saw me using my baby wipe just to get that cleaned off. I do typically wash it off with with alcohol, and then everything comes up and it keeps it nice and clean. But I do keep baby wipes handy because they're great for so many different things. So, and I have no children in diapers anymore, so there's no need for them. All right, so using, again, the Barely Arts glue. This is typically what I always use. There's a couple other things that might have worked a little better. I thought about spray glue for about a half a second, and then I didn't do that. Also, there are some like glue sheets where they kind of have these little dots on them, and you can put the word or whatever, your die cut on there, and then it just creates a, you know, glue all over the background, only in the parts where your die cut is. That would be really nice. Or even like a create a sticker machine. I don't know. They're still around. I saw them at Hobby Lobby. I've seen other makers use them, and that would be really good too. I thought I had one. I was hunting around my house for one, but I think that might be something I've gotten rid of. But I wouldn't mind having a small one because for stuff like this, it would be really great. So I'm going to put it on my list. So great stocking stuffer, you know, so, but yeah, just getting that. So this is where, you know, I was trying to get it all lined up and it looked fine, but it wasn't fine, and that's okay. So, you know, I do like it, but I think if I had to choose between both cards, I would say that I definitely like the one with the embossed hello the best. I think that looks more professional and finished, I guess. So, but they both look really pretty. So I was fine with it. So, all right. So now here's me just trying to get things lined up. So that was the other thing, you know, was trying to get it, making sure it's, you know, even, and it's not, but whatever, it's fine. So, but it looks pretty. That gold on that navy it's a great combo, and I really do like it. So you could also, like, if you think about it, you could do some splatter on there or use some mica sprays maybe. I don't know how those show up on dark. That would be fun to kind of see how that would look, but gold would be okay. You could probably use, I got some of these perfect pearls for Christmas, and I have gold. I haven't used them yet, and so that would be, I think you could mix that maybe with some water or something and splatter that on there. So I think there's just different things you could use, and that would be pretty. I went with the little flat backed pearls. That's what they're called, flat backed pearls. And I like the way it looks. So, oh, there's my head in the way. Just making sure things are lined up. So, it's hard not to do it without getting your head in the way. All right. And I still get it crooked. You know, that's the whole thing. I think I'm lining it up, and I'm really not. But it's okay. That's the way I roll. It does look really pretty, though. Yeah. Oh, I'm still not gluing yet, so just fiddling. There's a lot of fiddling happening. And I think we all do that, don't we? We all fiddle. So there I go. Gonna go for it. Just get it all glued down. Get it on there. We're almost to the end, really, which is great. So we'll be putting this on top of our card here shortly. So I mentioned earlier about the new glue bottle, and it's the same tip. It's just a bigger bottle, but boy, that stuff comes out. Oh, I had to pause or play or do something with my TV there. So, which is fine. Gluing the second one. I just got a new TV for my craft room. So we have TVs everywhere in this house, but that was my Valentine's present, and I really like having it in here actually, because the one I had in my regular office was really small, and this is nice having it right here where I'm actually doing my paper crafting. Okay, and here we've moved over to the area where I actually do my embossing. I try to keep all my embossing in one place, and the same place where I do glittered items, you know, because there's a lot of glitter in this house and it gets everywhere. So just trying to rub off the manufacturer coating from the stamps. I talked about that earlier in the video. This gives you a better impression. Obviously, the more you use your stamps, the better it removes it as well, but it'll show up as kind of a I don't know, dotted. It's weird. So you just want to make sure you get that off there. So here I'm using my VersaMark embossing ink and just stamping or getting some on there. Now with a smaller sentiment, something that's not so substantial, you don't want to use I don't use the stamp pressure tool, because I don't want to smash those sentiments into the paper, because then it'll be all smooshed out. That's like the technical term for it, right? All smooshed out. Just doesn't look good. So you want to just use your fingers. I did have to do a little bit there, but not too bad. So here I'm using a gold embossing powder. This is just from Michael's. I did forget to use my anti-static powder on this one, but lucked out and it didn't. I just had to use my little brush. You can't see it. It's a little off camera there. My little paintbrush to get it off there. And I was showing you my little anti-static powder that I forgot to use. So I'm putting that all back in there, cleaning off with a Swiffer cloth, which is a great thing for anything glittery, dusty, anything like that. It cleans up the area really nicely. And putting my MISTI back. I'll get that stamp cleaned off shortly. So here I'm using my little hot hands tool, and I had warmed up my embossing heat tool, and here I am just getting that all melted. So it looks so pretty, all melted. It looks very nice. All right, and those are my finished cards. So both of them. You saw bits and pieces of both. Finished up this one on camera. This one I was having some camera problems, so I had to do that off camera. But they turned out really pretty. So I'm excited that you stayed till the end. I appreciate you watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to making another card with you soon. Thank you. Have a great day. Happy crafting.